What's up, everybody? It's August 24th, 2012, and you're watching The OS. Welcome to The OS, the show that aims to provide a diverse range of news and opinions on today's consumer technology. We've covered Windows 8 a lot in previous episodes, including the new interface and the changes that Microsoft hopes to bring to the market in the future. We've even discussed possible social advantages that Windows has over the iPhone. But up until now, we haven't really shown you anything. Today on The OS, Andy Kaufman from the Wolfpack aims to truly demonstrate what it means to have a social advantage in today's mobile marketplace. He's putting his Lumia 900 up against his iPhone 4S. While the iPhone clearly has the preference of some of the viewers out there today when it comes to holding it in your hand, Andy is looking to demonstrate one major advantage that the Windows Phone has over the iPhone in regards to hands-free usage. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here's your hands-free tech battle.
Welcome to the fourth week of the OS. This week, I'm going to have a hands-free war between Windows Phone and iPhone. Let's see who comes out on top. Okay, to show you the extra hands-free options that the Windows Phone has compared to the iPhone, I'll be using the Jabra Freeway Bluetooth speakerphone. I've been using this for about 4 months. It's probably the best speakerphone that I've used to this point. And so let's set the iPhone off to the side, and we are going to turn the device on.
Power on. Connected.
There we go. And so, say I'm driving down the road and I receive this, in instance, it will be a Facebook message. I don't have a SIM card in this.
Message from the wolf. You can say read it or ignore.
Read it.
Hey, what are you doing? You can say reply or I'm done.
Reply.
Say your message.
I am driving right now, so I cannot talk.
I'm driving right now, so I cannot talk. You can say send or try again.
Send. So, without putting my hands on the device, kept my hands on the steering wheel, looking straight ahead without even having to look at it. It read it to me over the phone. It then read my reply over the phone, so then I still did not have to look at my device to see if the reply was going to be correct, and sent the reply to them. Now, that works the same way through a text. I don't have a SIM card in this device right now, so I can't simulate it with a call or a text, at least. So that's the way it would work. That is an option that is truly nice to have. It's not one that I use all the time, but when it comes in, I'm able to keep my hands on the steering wheel, looking straight ahead, and reply and let them know, hey, I'm driving right now, I need my attention on the road. Okay, so if we were set up the same sort of scenario we did with the Windows Phone, we will turn the device on.
Power on.
And it's connected. All right, and then we will send a text. So receiving the text, and it will then come up on the screen. Okay, no option to reply or anything, so then I have to take and swipe across. There's one. Hit here. I am driving right now. I will call you later. Okay, and then hit send. So quite a few more times that I had to touch the iPhone to initiate this, so the best option in this scenario was actually just to pull off to the side of the road or not answer the text at all. In all, the Windows Phone has a nice safety feature in which it allows you not to take your hands off the wheel and answer either text or Facebook messages, but in reality, we just want to just ignore those and get to them when we can stop or pull off to the side of the road. All right? Hey, thanks for watching this week, and I hope this helped everybody out. Talk to you later.
Damn, Siri, you got smoked. Apple's Siri may look better than other voice services, but in the end, it all comes down to function and how it interacts with the user. Does it serve the purpose of the user? I'd say Windows Phone does it really well. We can only hope that Apple seeks to improve its features in upcoming releases. Speaking of the iPhone, September is right around the corner, and we are getting closer and closer to the announcement of that new one. Among these rumored enhancements are a larger display, a new design, quad-core processing, and more. One such enhancement that's expected in the next iPhone is the support for LTE cellular technology. LTE offers consumers faster speeds than anything else available on the market today, and up until now, it hasn't been supported on the iPhone. Long-term evolution, as it stands for, is a great feature to have in the iPhone, but some have a few concerns about Sprint and how they'll fare against their larger competition, AT&T and Verizon Wireless. For more on that, here's Aaron Rowe from Technicode.
Hey everyone, this is Aaron from Technicode, and welcome to the 4th week of the OS. This week is going to be all about an editorial I wrote on my website. It's about Sprint, the iPhone, and what Apple's going to do about throwing an iPhone on Sprint's network that's 4G capable. As you know, the next iPhone will, for all intents and purposes, support 4G. It's been a long time coming. And Verizon will get a version, and AT&T will get a model. But what about Sprint? They recently just launched their LTE service in a select of 5 markets, and they don't have the type of LTE coverage that AT&T and Verizon have. So my question is, what's Apple going to do? Because just like with the new iPad, it supported 4G LTE, but it wasn't available in all areas. But even though Sprint is looking at rolling out aggressively LTE in 2013, what about from the next gen iPhone's debut until that point? Because Verizon and AT&T have that kind of coverage and they can deal with that. But what about Sprint? Sprint isn't, in my opinion, rolling out LTE fast enough to be substantial. I mean, this is coming from the same network that had no problem selling the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, the LG Viper, and the HTC Evo 4G LTE, all LTE capable phones without an LTE network to even run on. And we know that WiMAX, even though it's now sunsetting, wasn't that fast, and Sprint's 3G service has kind of been more than a joke, especially here in Las Vegas. So I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think that Apple will go ahead and launch an LTE phone on Sprint with the promise of them being expanded? Or you think that they'll skip launching an LTE-based iPhone on Sprint? I mean, either way, Sprint can't afford not to have the iPhone since they pretty much sold their soul for it. So that's all I have for this week, and I will see you later.
Those are good questions, Aaron, and I'm sure we'll find out more about Apple's investment in Sprint's network as the fall season comes in. Switching directions to Android, there have been a few great bits of information that have unfolded about the Nexus line of devices, as well as the Google Play Marketplace for Android. One such change will certainly raise Google's digital marketplace revenue, and it will make it easier for blogs and tech shows like ours to interact with subscribers a little bit differently. For the latest on that, here's Timmy from Android Task Force.
What's up, guys? It's Timmy from Android Task Force, and I got some really interesting news for us this week. The first one is the next Nexus phone. Say that 3 times fast. Next Nexus. But the recent rumor is showing that the next Nexus phone could be a spec bump, and nothing that's going to be redesigned or changed in any way. It seems that Google wants to make the Galaxy Nexus last a little bit longer in the world because according to a recent leak from Sam Mobile, it appears that the device codenamed a GTI 92060 will be the next Galaxy Nexus. The display will stay the same 4.65 Super AMOLED HD display, but the processor will be bumped to a 1.5 GHz dual-core A9 instead of a 1.2 GHz like the current generation. The camera is also said to get bumped to 8 megapixels, which is a good thing, and the front-facing camera will also get bumped to 1.9 megapixels. Why they don't just make it 2 to make it simpler, who knows. The next bit of news I've got today is Google officially announces gift cards for the Google Play Store. They're available in 3 different increments, $10, $25, and $50, and you can get them at Target, Radio Shack, and GameStop. Walmart says they'll be carrying them on their website later this month. You can redeem them at play.google.com/redeem or by opening the Play Store app on your Android device, tapping the menu button, and selecting redeem. You can't use these gift cards yet on app or magazine subscriptions or hardware or accessory purchases. So now that they're finally released, will you be buying one? Or do you know an Android techie that will love these Google Play gift cards? Do you think they're a good idea, bad idea? Do you think they're going to compete with iTunes? Let us know in the comments below. But guys, that's what I got for this week. Be sure to stay tuned to the OS for next week because we're obviously going to have some more great tech news.
For years, we've had the ability to gift an app to other people with iTunes, and it generates millions of additional dollars for Apple every year because it's super simple to share apps with our friends. Thankfully, Google has finally taken steps in the right direction with this type of feature, and I'm sure it will be a lot of fun for people in the future. Got a response to any of the stories we talked about today? We'd be happy to hear about it with a comment below. If you like the show and want to help us grow, go ahead and hit the subscribe button up top, or show that like button some love down below. And that wraps up this week's OS. Join us every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for some more news and opinions on today's tech world. Have a great weekend, everyone.